Hi guys, today's video I'm going to try to make a air horn for the CPU on this AMD we're going to be overclocking. Last night I ran Prime 95 on it for an hour or so. Temperatures were in the mid 40s with the stock cooler and the stock fan. I think we could do a little better than that, so we could push it a little bit harder with better cooling on it. So I'm going to try to replace this stock fan that's on here with this big 120 Antec. Trying to mount it on there with nothing but this piece of metal that we cut out from the window in that case. Basically was going to throw this in the garbage and decided, well, maybe we could make some use of it and see if we can come up with something. So let's see what we can do. Well, I started tearing stuff down, took the old heat sink out, cleared all the Arctic silver off the bottom of it, took the fan mounting brackets and stuff off of it, we won't be using them, and started taking some measurements for what we're going to need to get this to sit on there. So I think we're ready to start marking it out on the metal and get ready to start cutting. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I've drawn out the pieces that I want to cut out of this piece of metal. This has got kind of a ridge here from the old handle, so we don't want to cut over there. And this, I know it kind of looks like a mess right now, but I think this will make more sense once I get the pieces cut out and you can kind of see where we're heading with it. So I'm going to use the jigsaw, the same blade that we used to cut the window in the first place, to cut these 4 pieces out. And I think you'll get an idea where we're heading with it. Okay, we cut out our 4 pieces that we need. As you can see, there's 2 different sizes here, and that's basically because the heatsink is oblong. It's not completely square. So you can see it's kind of longer in this direction than it is deep. So we needed to make a couple of different sizes to put this all together. But they're all cut. Now I'm going to do some bending on it, and we'll start putting these together. Here's the pieces after they're bent. I took these outside and put them in a vise so I could get a nice straight bend on them. You could do the same thing with just a pair of pliers, but it would be tough to get a straight bend all the way across the top with it. But we're ready to start doing some drilling and start bolting these together so you can get an idea where I'm heading with it. Okay, I know I'm bad. I keep jumping ahead without stopping and taking videos. But this is pretty much what the enclosure looks like. Give you an idea what we're going to do here with the fan mounted into it. Pop this out of here. You can see what it looks like inside. Basically, it's just a metal funnel that we're going to seal up, fill any gaps that may be in the corner so air don't flow out of it, because we want as much to go through the heatsink as possible. So I'm going to start cleaning this up and sanding it and see if we can get some primer on it and we can get to the final assembly on it. Well, we remounted the heatsink in there. Even though we just put this one together 2 days ago, I took all the Arctic silver off and put a new coat on there. Cleaned up the heatsink and the processor, and put fresh stuff on there, because once it's on there and cured, it just doesn't smooth out like it should. So whenever you pull off your heatsink, you should always replace the compound, even if it's only been on there for a day, 2 days, whatever. You should try not to reuse it again unless you absolutely have to or don't have anything around. But we're getting ready to mount the fan mount in there, so that should be our next step. Okay, we have the air horn mounted in there, secured to the heatsink. It painted up the fan. It's an Antec 3, 120 millimeter with the speed control. So we're going to have high, medium, and low settings so we can adjust how much air is flowing in there. But we're ready for the final assembly. Well, here it is up and running. You can see the blue LEDs on it and yellow paint on the fan. This is our switch here for low, medium, and high. turn that down to low. But seems to be working pretty good. All the air is moving to the heatsink, and I'll give you a rundown in the next video when we start overclocking this one fairly hard, what the temperatures are doing on it, how much difference it's going to make. But thanks for watching. I hope this gives you guys some ideas what to do with them scrap covers or scrap piece of metal you got. Kind of fun for a one-day project. You could do this on a socket 478, a 939, AM2, 754. It don't matter as long as you measure for your heatsink and make the box accordingly for it. So thanks for watching. Remember to comment and subscribe if you haven't already.